Hello, good whenever it is for you now. This is the Brest Goto. And yeah, on the previous recording, I've got the information overload again. However, the reason wasn't because there was a lot of information to get. The reason was I was just broken, probably. Like, yeah, sure. Rikako being the mastermind might have been really obvious for a lot of people. But apparently, I was avoiding thinking of it because I really liked the character. I mean, okay, to sum up the information overload happened in the previous recording. Basically, the Uematsu family, like, they are not even worshipping an actual god, they are worshipping a yokai, a monster girl spider, which I forgot its name, Jirugumu, I think, something like that. Jirugumu, I think. Jugurumu, something around that, yeah, which is a yokai, not a god. So they wanted to make it a god. So how to make it a god? They sneaked in the religion of Shinai while it was still being constructed. They just sneaked in, put their signature there as one of the head families. That's why the Uematsu family for a lot of people was just more like an outsider. It just showed up out of nowhere, and it's very different from the... like, it's very weird for the Shinai religion in general. And yeah, that's why they also got the dirty work of the prostitution and purification and all that. But not only that, apparently all the Uematsu family, including our beloved Uematsu Rikako-san, are just crazy people. Because they're a dirty family, that's what I can say. Like, long story short, apparently Rikako slept with every single person on the village. Kamoshida, Yasunaga, Nosato, every single person. Why? She's basically was more like laying her eggs, as she said, as a spider. She's talking about herself as a spider. And yes, this sounds really weird, but that's what they say, okay? And for Rikako herself, she apparently wanted to kill all the people in the village because, yeah, she was the mastermind behind everything. She wanted to kill everyone in the village because she, quote unquote, loved them. And she's talking here in the spider mentality, because we all know, what is it? Like, the spider eats her husband, and then when her kids grow up, they eat her. Something like that. So yeah, she's basically saying that she wants to kill everyone and she hates the people on Yasumizu, but at the same time, she just found them so much lovable, including me, or not me, basically, Haruaki. And she's basically was looping again and again and again so she can gain more memories with us. She didn't want the loop to stop. She wanted it to continue forever, to gain memories forever. And the same for the monster that showed up at the end. It's also because of her. The Tsuchinoko of Dreams, apparently that's its name, which is gonna destroy the whole country because for some, yeah, there is a certain part of the game where they talked about some history about Japan, that some people showed up and killed other people and took over the Japan and been the people right now, and the Uematsu belong to the people who were destroyed, and since they hate the people who destroyed them, yeah, they just exist to destroy them at some day. So yeah, basically Rigako was just a fucking bitch who want to kill everyone because she just loved them. A twisted person with a twisted love. And also the character I loved since the first time I've seen her in the game. There was a lot of things that I could say from it, that she's behind something. She have something that she's hiding. But yeah, I just refused to think about it. I just refused to consider it. I just decided to consider her as a character who was a love interest at some point, and the game just decided to throw her away. Yeah, it's always happening to me. However, I can fix her, okay? Actually, what's wrong with Spider Girl? What's wrong with it? Nothing wrong with spiders. I can fix her. Actually, she don't even need fixing. She's good as she. Okay, never mind. I lost every hope. Every hope left for me. I'm just destroyed now. At least I can keep up with the story now. At least I understand everything now, because yeah, I've replayed the part where everything was explained again. And yeah, it was poorly explained by me because I didn't prepare a Microsoft Word file like last time, because I didn't wanna. So yeah, sorry for the long intro. Just wanted to clear things up. Guess I'm gonna start with, I hope, the actual last stream. Oh yeah, at the last stream, Chimi showed up with Shut up, I wanna talk. Shut up, I wanna talk. Chimi just showed up with Yasunaga, Kamoshida, Haru, and Nosato. Of all people! The poor guy, he's just like me now. Like, actually like me. And God. Oh my God. No, Sato, okay, I feel you, man. I can't blame you.
他のお方よりはあなたはそれでまだ愛おしいわ。春秋様との永遠の交わりの寝台くらいにはして差し上げましょう。いいから黙れっつってんですよ、リカコさん。撃つの？撃って。それで完全な最後の円環が完成する。
Oh my God, she's actually messed up.
幸せな夢、かつてなりかけた最上の地獄を完成させるのはあなたがふさわしい。愛しい愛しい春秋様を奪ってゆく私を憎みながら撃って。
Can you shoot me along with her?
それをことほぎとして夢をなすわ。
God, they actually perfected The evil smile. This is like a snake smile though.
そっか。神様は殺せたけど、死んで完成する神様はどうしようもないのか。
What the fuck are you talking about?
どうすんの春秋。
I don't know anymore. He's just Haruaki now. I am a guy behind the scenes. I am just gonna watch.
土雲殿の企みからは手を引くが、それでも難敵ですぞ。
So are you in my side or her side? And this was troublesome. I'd have liked this to be finished in secret. Mission 2 became unexpectedly lively.
皆さん、せっかく集まってもらって悪いんですが、
Oh, he's gonna just make them leave? I still had to say it.
僕は彼女と共に行きますよ。
Yeah. No need to fix her. I'll just be with her. Ah, she's happy. I'm happy too. Everyone lost their expressions. Only Rikako looked at me with ecstatic expression. I mean, she's not surprised. She already expected me to go this easy. Shut up, Shimi.
なんでいくら春秋さんでもそんな悪ふざけ。
It's not a joke. Okay. This is not a joke.
買えないよ。
まあ気持ちはわかるかな。りっちゃん可愛いし、しかも魔王とか面白すぎるからな。
Shut up, Mochi. I know Haruaki's not doing what I think he's gonna do.
リカコさん、もうやめてくれ。すべてが事実だとして、死んで手に入る幸せなんてあるはずがない。
Ah, Nosato, my poor guy.
あら、お医者様らしいお言葉。
あなたの人生は確かに辛いものだっただろう。あなたの一族が味わったのは確かに比類なき苦難だっただろう。
He's trying to fix her. I really want to cheer up for you, Nosato, because I really want to do this right now, but it's obvious already. Where is this game going? We've lost her already.
だからといってそれを全て放り投げて修羅に走るなど。
I'm covering Nosato's face. I don't want to cover Nosato's face. I've got to respect him. I want to die. Here we go. It's okay. Rikaku's too short to be covered.
まだずれているの？私は完全に落ち戻り、永遠の幸せな地獄を作るのよ。
そんなもの幸せではないと言っている。あの日私を救ってくれたあなたは私が幸せにするのだと言っているのだ。
Nosato, my man! This is not gonna work though.
ああ、あの時の坊やが立派になったものね。
What are you talking about? You were young too.
でも心は純真なまま、初めての女に入れ込んで思い続けて。
Excuse me, this is called loyalty. Probably you've never heard about it. Prostitute.
本当に滑稽だわ。
そういうわけですみませんね。この人は僕がもらいます。
He said Eto. This fucking liar. He jumped at me and embraced with innocence of a child.
好き愛してる。ようやくあの時の賭けを清算することができるのね。
Yay, I am happy.
賭けって何？春明さん。
Oh, how beautiful.
もしあなたが他にもうこんな不愉快な秘密を溜め込まないでいいと言うならば、夫妻師春明は植松里香子を信じます。
Oh my god. So I have to keep my word now.
夫妻師春明は植松里香子を信じる。
I've made a promise.
そして僕は植松里香子のために、あなたは夫妻師春明のために生き残る。
Oh my god, this is so ironic right now. Don't take my moments, don't use my moments like that. Please.
僕は植松里香子のために、彼女は夫妻師春明のために生き残る。それでもし生き残ったら、
No.
あなたは夫妻師春明に、僕は植松里香子に何でも好きなことを望んでよい。
Don't do this to me.
それで生き残ったら、彼女は夫妻師春明に、僕は植松里香子に何でも好きなことを望んでよい。
そして生き残りました、春明様。
Yeah, we survived. And I've never thought when this actually happened I'm not gonna be happy at all. Fuck this game, man.
そしてこれからも生き残ってゆく。
Yeah, for eternity. Looping again and again and again.
あの時の植松里香子を救うための方便とは言わせません。この耳でしかと聞き覚えていますから。
ええ。
大いなる雲の前での誓いとみなしますから。
それはそんなに大事なんですか？
Apparently.
もちろん破れば滅びあるのみです。
I'll be distracted anyway.
そりゃ仕方ないな。
夫妻師春明様は夢の土雲のもとに下り、私と定めを共にする。それが私の望み。さあお望みください、春明様。
Ask what I want. What you gonna ask, Haruaki? I think I have an idea already.
どのような悪行も宝刀も快楽も私が叶えて差し上げるから。
Yeah, let's see what she's gonna ask for. Oh, what a wonderful offer.
なんでそんな優しすぎるんだよ。春明さんはどの女の子も救おうとしてその場限りで適当なこと言って。
I don't think so. Haruaki is not a nice guy. He's not nice at all. He says what benefits him. Like, that's what I found out while playing this game. He's not necessarily a nice guy. He just do what he needs to do. To get done with his things.
それで水戸国が滅びるならもうしょうがないね。あなたに救われた私は文句言えない。リカ子さんが救われるのに文句なんて言えない。バカ！春明さんのバカ！知恵ね、落ち着きなよ。
Oh, well, I think Haru knows what's happening already.
春ちゃんはなんで落ち着けるの？春ちゃんだって春明さんと。まあ、我の場合はこのお方の心を読んで知ったことじゃから少々ずるいがの。
Yeah. Yeah, he's not just going with her like that.
私が教わったのは悪だし、春秋がいなくても好きにするし、気に入らなかったら勝手に奪うし。
Oh, Haru remembers the other loops?
ただね、知恵ね、いたいけない田舎娘に悪を教え込むようなひねくれた腐れ下道の春秋が
He's gonna keep
そん
his
な約
words.
束すると思う？
See? Told ya. He's not a nice guy. I've now understood this fucking main character. And that proves main characters doesn't necessarily have to be good people. Rikako hesitantly loosened her grip. Then she took a step back. Her eyebrows were frowned in suspicion. Oh, how pitiful.
名前は久石春明。東京で大学院生やってます。
Okay, now who the hell are you?
久石春明って誰ですか？
He made the promise as Haruaki Fusaishi. However, since the very beginning, he was never Haruaki Fusaishi. Let me clap for this bastard. I didn't expect to be caught doing marriage fraud. What? What?
そんな名前の人間、この世にいませんよ。というのは言い過ぎかな。どっか探せば一人くらい、そんな名前の方がいるかもしれませんね。
久石春明様、夢の土雲のもとに下り、私と定めを共にする。
かわいそうに。そのなんとか春明さんは、夢の土雲と定めを共にすることが決定してしまった。
Oh wow.
彼女は久石春明に、僕は植松里香子に、何でも好きなことを望んでよい。
Yeah, because he was never Haruaki Fusaishi.
まあ、それとは全然関係なく、僕は植松里香子に好きなことを望んでいいわけですが。
たく。
おお。
なんだなんだ。
Inusa was so lost. She suddenly took out a dagger from her sleeve. Of course. Plan B.
やはりあなたは最高ね。最高で最悪の七種のゴンベイさん。
God, okay, I think I'm actually messed up. I believe now I'm actually messed up. I just like this face. God damn it, what is wrong with me? The worst nameless soldier.
駆け引きは次に持ち越しましょう。あなたが覚えていたらだけど。
The dagger went to her throat. She's gonna loop. She's gonna just loop. Crap, I had to make it this time. Someone... No, Sato! Don't let him see. I had to tell her to stop this conspiracy. At that moment, Jimmy? All light vanished. In the midst of that, what the hell is this scream? It was a scream. It was a scream so scary it seemed inhuman.
何？
What, it's on Jimmy? What, Haru? Badger?
何にも見えないぞ。
Even me?
おのれもっち、どこを触っておるのじゃ。
What?
何をしてる。電源はどこだ。
What's happening? This was unexpected. What happened? But going at someone with a knife in the dark was just... While I All talk that I was. Couldn't even force myself to act. I heard something heavy drop on the floor. Then something metallic. Kanzo? The next moment the lights came back. Before me I saw Rika Koimatsu lying on the floor. She wasn't moving at all. Was she dead? I don't think so. She lost her, yeah. No, the dagger was clean and still in her
取り押
hands.
さえて
Jimmy moved first, then Kiyonosuke. One took the knife, one other held her hands behind her back. She was
何があっ
unconscious.
たのかな？
Mitsuji?
リカ子さん、リカ子さん、大丈夫ですか？
Oh my god, my man.
つくづくぶれないな。今気づかれたら困るっての。春明さん、どうする？
He's trying to woke her up.
踏んじばってすっ転がしておこう。縄は確か奥に。
ひどい。
What do you mean?
血も涙もないな、おっちゃん。
Hurtless? What? Should I cut her hands and legs instead? You don't remember the sloop, right?
おっちゃんじゃない。ハッサンだ。
Son.
なぜみんな引く？
言い方はともかく、拘束は賛成。
We went and just did that. And did just that.
私は
Oh, she came back to the Rikako we know?
目覚ましたけど、舌とか噛まれたらやばくない？なんか布をかませようよ。
頼む。彼女にはひどいことをしないでやってくれ。
だから自殺させないようにしなきゃ大変なことになるんだって。
Yeah, we are trying to prevent her from killing herself, Nasato. Also, I'm covering your face again, god damn it.
そうやって物や災害みたいに彼女を扱うから、彼女はそこまで思い詰めるに至ったんじゃないのかね。
Calm down, Nasato. Okay, don't calm down. Probably you are the only one who's presenting me now. Also, I keep covering your face. Wait, what did he say? Do you think that she might have been pushed to this point because of this? Because people treat her like an object or a disaster? Oh, that's a good
おっ
point.
ちゃんがなんかまともっぽいこと言ってる。
What do you mean for once, you son of a...
リカ子さん、どうか今しばらく猶予を、時間をいただけんでしょうか。私は確かにあなたに勝手に惚れた身だ。いや
Let's go!
横
He
連もと
said
言っても
it!
いい。
Let's go!
しかしあの日のあなたの乾ききった瞳を見た時から、それを潤すことのできぬ無力を味わってきた。
Oh, wow. This guy knows how to talk.
しかしそれでもこの後に及んであなたを諦めることなどできない。どうかどうか私にあなたを幸せにすることを
His voice is shaking.
試みさせていただきたい。
His voice is shaking. He was really straightforward. But that didn't really matter to her.
雲が
What?
夢の土雲がなくなって
Also, why is she back to
しまわれ
the...
ました。
Why is she back to the first Rikako? Split character? She said something we didn't
あ
understand.
れあれ
What?
あれどこへ行ったの？土雲。私のすべては。
We've lost her already.
私に愛しいということを教えてくれた神様。
I had no idea why, but I could tell. She no longer had any divine power or scary conspiracies left. All the Uematsu family Rikako Uematsu ever had vanished all at once. But even so,
僕は望む植松里香子が土蜘蛛の復活を放棄し、ただの人として女性としてまっとうに幸せになることを。
yeah, I don't wish you to be killed. God damn it. I mean, I'm still in Nosato's situation at this moment. I gave her those cruel words. Oh, happiness, tears. She began crying. I did feel bad. I had considered taking responsibility for her and taking her with me. But the one to embrace her and console her as she cried was Nosato, right? Nosato, right? Was Kiyonosuke Nosatoshi, not me. Hell yeah! If he chose to take that role, I had no business stopping him. I would just let him have it.
これで解決いたしましたの。
Happy ending for Kiyonosuke Nosato. Yes!
それでいいの？神様が言うなら信じるけど。
己がいただく神に誓った約定じゃ。たがえることは生涯できまいて。まあ、我らの中には未だ土蜘殿がやや子と称した汚れの種が埋まっておろうが。
Yeah, because she slept with every single person.
我が力を取り戻しし暁には造作もなくほじくり出して狂うて死んでようぞ。はよう社を建てるんじゃぞ、モッチーよ。
オッケー。
So,
やあみんな、
this is the end?
夫妻師春明です。
This is not your name, you fucking liar.
うわ、詐欺師の人だ。
ひで。
What do you mean, ouch? This is the truth, you liar.
不便だから春明さんって呼ぶけどさ。
What is your name, though?
女としてあれはないわ。植松里香子にちょっと同情した。
Not only you.
じゃあ少しもしてやったりって思わなかった？
思った。
思った。
I did too. Such honesty.
そういうことで。ごめんね、里香子さん。さよなら。
春明様の赤。
Mission 2, dealing with the Master of the Loop, who wanted the monster's resurrection, had been completed. Nothing more needed to be said, even if it gave me things to think about.
君には何をどういったものかまだわからんが。
You're my hero, Nosato.
気にしないでください。僕もです。
Oh, man.
それでもおそらく君は彼女とそして我々全ての恩人ということになるのだろうな。
Man, you're the one thanking me. Is really honor.
いや、本当気にしないでください。もうちょっとうまいやり方があったかもしれませんから。
まあそうかもしれんね。いずれ君とは再び話し合う機会を持ちたいものだ。
Yeah, I would like to search for a secret room in your basement again. It would be fun.
顔も見たくない。
Oh!
リカ子さん。
バカバカ。春明様も
God damn it, she's still cute.
バカ。
Say it one more time.
困ったことにこんな状態でも私にとっては愛おしいのだよ。
Me too. Same actually, but I wouldn't admit it out
彼
loud.
女のことは私が守らせてもらう。
僕にそれを止める権利はありません。あなたが彼女を根気よく説得しようとすることは、ね。一応、筋は通してくださいね。
当たり前だ。一方的にどうこうしたりなどせん。ただ生活上必要な手伝いくらいはさせてもらおう。
Okay, it all depends on you
了
now.
解です。
説得などされません。
Wow.
野里様など
I will bite him into
噛
two
みちぎ
pieces.
ります。
Legotan had became a completely different character. I don't hate this.
これで撤収していいものかね。
少し待っててください。最後の片付けがありますから。
Yeah. The fucking Miguruma.
それには、ちょっと歩かなきゃならない。そうだな。野里さんとモッチー、それに、はるちゃんはここに残って。
Oh, of course we are getting Chiemi. Of course we are getting Miguruma Chiemi with us.
一応大丈夫だと思うけど、リカ子さん見張っといて。
ゲボを吐きかけて差し上げる。
Threaten me more. That looks cute. Because you can't do anything anyway.
それしかできないなら全然 OK ですけどね。
ついていかずともよろしいか？
Nah, not really. You stay there. We don't want to lose another one.
伝えるべきことは伝えます。
良きかな。おうおう、土雲殿、あの時は散々もてあそんでくれましたな。今やり返して差し上げようか。
何をする気かね。その手つきはやめたまえ。
モッチー、みんな止めて。
Nah, don't stop them. I'm enjoying this.
面白いのに。
Right, right.
君ははるちゃんと神様のおもり。
ブー。しゃあない。
というわけで、最後の始末、上から来る人たちを追い返す。せっかくだから手伝って、ちえみちゃん。
Mission 3, dealing with the Miguruma, the leaders of the feast. Now, would go peacefully or
分かった
violently?
よ、詐欺師さん。
Swindler. Harsh.
聞きにくいんだけど、
うん、
リカ子さんとの昔のことって大丈夫なのかな？
実際覚えてないし、覚えててもまあ子供の時のチューとかと一緒でしょ。脳幹。
Wow. Just a childhood kiss. How pure. I don't know if that was how it was, but I would just assume she was right. I could say anything if she I couldn't say anything if she thought of that.
まあ、実際何があったかはよくわからないから。
うん。実際野里のボンクラとはもう言えないか。清之助さん以外は覚えてないわけでしょ。死にかけとか夢の中とかそういうあれだし。
And that proves that Nosato was the true person.
モッチーは覚え
He
てる
was
ぞ。
only the real
多
one.
分。
モッチーは絶対気にしないでしょ。
Of course. This freaking brat.
はるちゃんは、さっきの感じだと、折り合いはついてるのかな？
神様がまだいる間はあのことについては受け持ってくれると思うよ。いなくなる頃には春明さんによれば春ちゃんもしっかり強く成長してることだろう。
Yeah. Though Haruchan's god was real, it was still a mask she had made to bear the pain she had experienced as a child. When you would just talk, she had mentioned it herself, but the tone was that of God. It was something that she could only say through the voice of God. The wounds were just that deep. The same could probably be for Chiemi.
私からも聞いていい？
What do you want?
うん。
神様って
結局、何だったのかな。
君は、分かってたんじゃないの？
姿や怖さが分かってただけで、正体とかは知らないよ。
Then I made the right choice calling her here. Mission 1 was way too hectic, so we had to postpone the answer to that until now.
神っていうのは、正しいことだよ。
Rightness seemed like it was tied to intelligence and wisdom, but it was actually a concept as far away from those things as possible. Fixed decision, preconceptions, obsessions, bases, obligations, and adherence to the old ways. The idea whether something was right or not chained people's minds before they could even think about whether something was intelligent or wise. Thus, mankind was bound by what was right, by God. Sometimes it was so bad even they couldn't realize it. The interpretation of God really wasn't special or interesting in any way. The people bound by it couldn't resist their sense of right and wrong. Someone must have said something similar to that effect already. However, there were two things I hadn't expected. One, God was alive, and two, God could wrap into something truly fearsome.
犬、出てこないね。
I think the Miguruma just gave up on their act
水
already.
路が開かれてないんだろ
結局、あれってみんな狂犬病なの？
もし発症した個体ばかりだったら、制御なんてできないと思うんだよね。水を避けるようにしつけられつつ、狂犬病を摂取された犬ってところじゃないかな。
なんでそんな、ひどいことを。
汚れの運び出たる獣を刺激するっていうのが、信内信仰としてはしっくりくるせいだったからでしょ。よもつ狼の手下のよもつ無地な、そしてそれを管理している身車こそ、信内さんの一の子分。
バカだったのかな。
いや、普通だっただけさ。
I was the only stupid one all along. The one who was playing. The one who had a lot of obvious things in front of him, but just refused it. Because he was in love.
ちなみに君は、ちゃんと検査とかはしたの？
Did what?
したよ。大学進学して勉強してその後すぐに。結果は陰性だった。
Negative? What negative? What a relief, she wasn't infected. Oh, by the dogs? Okay. Rabies could linger in the body for a long time, and anyone infected ended up dying. It was a pretty awful
だ
disease.
からって安心なんか少しもできなかったけどね。他の死のような病気かもしれないし、そもそも病気じゃなく本物のたたりかもしれないんだから。
Curses are not real ads,
So-
like by now.
全く正しい発想だ。今はどう？
全然気にならなくなった。
Another relief. That alone made the god's murder all worth it. I resumed my explanation. God was alive. Why? Because humans sought what was right. They tried to be right. They all tried to justify their existence, actions, positions, relationships, and tried to make everyone else see it their way. That was close to human nature. It was the belief that human nature was fundamentally depraved. There was no objective good in this world, but there were things that were right for the era and location. God, basically. People could justify their existence and live on by obeying the God of that time and place. It was something that everyone submitted in order to survive or live well. it was a byproduct of the desire to live and die in the right way. Thus, people would want to prolong the lives of gods that were connected to their way of life.
あれここ崩れてない。
水際で間に合ったんだね。
ここも結局身車が重機で崩落させてたってこと？
そういうことだろうね。今こうして道があるってことは。
道のことはいいけど、宴が済んだら霧が晴れるかどうかってどうやって操るの？霧が出るかどうかはランダムでいいけど、やませるのはどうすれば？
植松家の不思議能力もどうやら存在したみたいだし、身車にも長者としてそのくらいの力はあったんじゃない？
The only thing he didn't have an explanation for.
櫓の見張り、天気板だったんでしょ。まあ、あるいは今回の宴に限っては植松里香子の夢の中で天候くらいは調整されてたのかもしれない。過去の宴については、例えば霧が晴れた朝に適当に狼皆殺しにして汚れで強制終了にしてもいいし。
This game proved a lot of supernatural things to be just human made and controlled by someone, like made up, not real, but at the same time there is still unnatural things happening because it was just unnatural. Like Rikako's looping was real, even though it was supernatural and it didn't have a scientific explanation behind it. However, the whole feast had what was it? What was I about to say? Had a scientific explanation behind it. Which made it really hard for this game to be just investigated. Nox Rules was completely destroyed at this point. So yeah, it's really hard to join the mystery of explaining things behind this game because there is supernatural things that weren't actually supernatural, but there is also supernatural things that was supernatural, didn't have any explanation behind it. Yeah, completely destroyed the Nox Rules, which I don't even remember how many rules was it. It's basically was rules for writing mystery stories.
ぶっちゃけ前回の宴では霧の調整失敗してるっぽいからあんまりちゃんとはしてないよ、多分。
Then again, it could have been God pulling something weird, so maybe that was an exception.
奴らにとっては安水住人が適当に殺し合ってくれればよかったんだ。そうやって舐めていてこうなった。
なるほど。
God would change. Human society shifted, and with that, so did the standards of right and wrong. There were changes one had to accept whether or not they were good or bad. Thus, God would change, and so would personalities, dogmas, and perhaps even existence as a whole. That could be considered a kind of evolution. Of course, it could mix with other gods too, and it could be considered breeding. And then that God was infectious. Rightness was reflected in everything surrounding human life. Words, ways of living, culinary traditions, and a lot more. Construction styles, clothing, art, etc. Those who embodied a certain God's sense of right displayed it with every move they made. And they also gave this God to those who visited the place or were born there. It was like a living being. No, it was like a disease, a virus.
霧、もう怖くないな。
Yeah, because we know what's behind it already.
神様が味方してくれてるから。
そして新内さんも狼様ももういないから。
I mean, they never existed anyway.
汚れが怖かったちえみはもう怖がらなくてもいいから。
because the corruption wasn't real.
新しい神様は、それなりに恐れてあげてね。拗ねたら厄介だ。
それにしちゃ可愛すぎるけどな。めでるじゃダメかな。
Bruh.
そういうのもありかもしれない。
Bruh. The rightness that seeded itself in human minds and lives, then multiplied, mutated, and spread to others. Thus, God was alive. It wasn't just a concept, it was actually alive. In my mind, it was like a mind-based organism. Though it could only surface in such a dangerous manner because of Yasumizu and the Feast of the Yumi Bird, two abnormal setups. But God was dangerous even if you ignored that. I had mentioned before that there was a moment when God became dangerous. God was at most dangerous when its name was forgotten. God was fine when it was revered. God was fine when it was acknowledged. But what if that God became forgotten? They would just recognize it as righteous and stop questioning it ever again. When distressed people invoked God even if there was no religion involved, that was what kind of animals we were. Normally such gods represented only the rightness and goodness within the heart of a single person, so it wasn't much of a threat. However, gods who had been forgotten only had their identities forgotten. They still retained the power to influence people. The forgotten gods, those who possessed nothing but the name God, would be willing to create situations that no one familiar with the God would be able to comprehend. The Meguruma had planned a rapid plot that clearly wasn't worth the effort and could even end them if exposed. And if the people of Yasumizu had reluctantly accepted it, and gone to kill each other, that was all the fault of God. Of course, you could say it was directly done by Great Lord Shinnai or the Snake. But at the core of it all, there was a fear of death and darkness. The mountain was the darkness, and the darkness was Yumi. The mountain used to be a strange realm that birthed endless darkness and death. Thus, the people here had secrets, could readily murder others, and could hide that form from the world. The truth behind the feast was the unforgettable loyalty to God.
そして、君が神様を延々と恐れ続けた理由ってわけ。
What an explanation! And there was no information overload this time. I understood it, but I can't summarize anything.
考えてみれば、君が僕にここの食べ物を食べさせようとしなかったのは正しかったのかもしれないな。
Oh yeah, that was long time ago in the very first feast.
ある流れでは、
the very first loop.
僕も確かに神様に感染したことがある。
Especially when we became wolves.
自分が自分でないものに操られる感覚は確かに怖い。操られている自覚もないのに操られるのは気づかなければいいけど、気づいたらより怖いだろう。君はたまたまただ一人気づいてしまった。だから怖かった。無理もないさ。まあ、今回はラッキーなことに神様本人と談判できて話がついた。よかったよかった。という。
Yeah.
まあ、そうだね。結局、人は誰かに操られているって状況は変わんないわけだけど、誰かさんが神様を生かす芝居をしちゃったし。
さあ、I don't know who are you talking about?
全員に巻き戻りがどうのって言っても理解されない以上、あれがベスト。
わかるけど、なんかもやっとする。
あらゆる存在は他者からの影響を受けてそこにいる。それを望まないなら僕みたいに反発するしかない。それは 気づいた本人があがくべきこと、誰かにしてもらったり押し付けられたりすることじゃない。
あなたは最初から自由だな。
From the start, I was the outsider, if you forgot.
だからやっぱ怖いや。あなたは操る側、神様と同じ側のやつだね。
また撃つかい？
Bruh, no.
も
I
う
have only
実
one
弾
life
しかないから
now.
勘弁してあげよう。でさ、これもう上富士吉まで歩いちゃう流れ？この先何があるの？
Oh, the tunnel in the water, right?
それが僕もはっきりとは。
Ah! Hisako! Hello! Hisako Mami appeared out of nowhere and swung her bag at us, but we managed to jump back just in time. Man! Girl, I was just asking about you. I was just like, where the hell is the journalists?
間宮さん、そういえば昼前にいきなり引き上げてたけど、今までどこに？
芹沢さん、それにこちらは？
Hello, Fusashi Haruaki です。
すみません。現地の情報提供者です。
あなた方、どういうことよこれ。軽く命の危機なんだけど。
What is happening?
一体何なのこれ？春明さん。
Don't ask me. Okay, ask him. I don't know.
ああ、まあ説明すると長いんだけど。
Wait, what? We've met her already?
3行でまとめて。
さっきの場に部外者はまずかったので、三車家の怪奇スキャンダルを垂れ込んで上富士吉側に行ってもらいました。
やっぱ春明さんの仕業だ。みんな春明さんの仕業だ。
What the fuck? Actually, I had Mitsushi to do some work, but I couldn't fit that into the summary.
それどころじゃないわよ。なんなのあの棒切れ持った仮想集団は。こんなのリアルすぎ村でしょ。
そんなわかりやすいピンチに陥ってるんですか？
What is Hashimoto?
春明さん後ろ。
新内様、万歳。
The Meguruma lost it already. Seriously? Wolf actor jumped out of the mist, glad in nothing but a patchwork wolf costume. To me, as I was now, it actually looked comical, but the power of the weapon in his hand was no joke. He was about to hurt me bad. Hell yeah! The big guy is here! Yeah! Suddenly he was blown away. I heard him groan as he disappeared into the mist again and didn't get up for round 2.
大丈夫かい？
I am glad to have him in our side now.
はい。ありがとうございます。ただあなた、これはどういうこと？
You really want me to explain everything happened from the very
春
beginning?
明さん、3行で説明を。
安水で殺人儀式を行おうとしてた連中がその道すがらを外の記者に激写されて半ばパニクりながら襲ってきたんです。
What the f...
何言ってるのか一言たりとも理解できないんだけど。後でシュール缶を頭からぶっかけてでも説明してもらうから。
Okay.
それは嫌だ。いいじゃないですか。元オカルトライターの面目躍如でしょ。
なんでそんな細かいことまで知ってるのよ。
Q ちゃん、ちょっと落ち着いて。
何ですか橋本さん。この際言いますけど、橋本さんちょっと余裕ぶっこきすぎです。怪奇なめたらいつか死にますよ。
Underestimate the paranormal. Girl, this guy is paranormal.
ああ、それは確かだな。
まあまあ、僕のことはいいんだけど。
You've seen how he just blew the guy away?
怪奇云々の前にまず、物質的な脅威に対処しないと、まずそうだな。
Right as he finished those words, several wolf actors jumped out of the trees, making weird screams. Stop screaming! Oh my god, that was so loud! My ears!
こうなったら
Time to fight.
棒切
Take
れ
out
相手
your
に銃は
shotgun.
まずい。
Why?
じゃあどうしろって
Use the shotgun as a stick. A stick flew by her, messing up her hair. Yeah! It's okay, guys. Leave it all to Hashimoto.
肉の壁
Wall of flesh. This is not wall of flesh. This is Yudai Hashimoto. As Kimidochi, Hashimoto had moved into everyone's blind spot and blasted away two of the enemies.
ひるむな。デブ以外は女ともやしだ。
Yeah, if you could reach
ひ
them.
どい。
Oh, he's not considering me as a threat. Wow.
暴れ
Probably out sense of chivalry. The first went for the scrawny guy that pissed me off, and hey, it was 2 against 1. Oh no, they would beat me. Hey, yo, I love this. Also, look at his face.
うりゃ
Hell yeah, throw them away.
ーよー
More! Jimito-san tackled one while Chimi landed a jump kick on the other, saving me. Hitting the jaw, the wolf was knocked down in a hit. The mask fell off, and hey, he looked even scrawnier than me. What the hell?
私結構やれる
いい筋してるね、お嬢さん。
Little lady. Yeah, she had great legs.
大丈夫か重作。
Was she... What?
こうなったら一人でもぶっ殺してやら
Yeah, try it. Mamiya, use your handbag. You almost used it on me. Wow, she actually used it. Mami was actually doing good work, just swinging her shoulder bag around.
知ってたかしらグレイルはね農具が原型で女子供でも兵士ぶっ殺せる有能な武器なの
What an important information. Wow, a Flay's advantage was that you didn't need that much power to hurt with them. But this government writer was so strong that it didn't matter. Was the bag full of rocks or something? All the ones hit in the head were knocked senseless.
やれやっちまえ
I wanna join too.
まだ来るの
キリがないね。
Yeah, the Miguruma have a lot of
ま
manpower.
ずいです。相手が増える一方だ。
こうなりゃやってやるわ
Hell yeah, Mamiya!
っていうか春明さんも戦ってよだだ
Yeah, why am I not fighting? Haruaki, do something. Wow, I love this noise. I didn't expect Mission 3 to be an all-out battle with this group. It didn't last longer than 10 minutes. Everyone on their side was scrawny, while everyone on my side, myself excluded, were berserkers. Man, I love this part. It's just me laughing around. Because of that, the dozen or two of wolf actors that fought us ended up knocked out on the ground around us. Though I knew this wasn't over.
どうやら、あちらさんが話があるみたいだよ。
Want to talk? What do you mean? Like, apparently their only option now is talking. After all this. This problem was a mythical solution. Mission 3, dealing with the Miguruma, the leaders of the feast. It would be easy if it could be taken care of by just beating these crony guys. Damn, Haruaki. He really hated it. But I had to defeat a false god that had controlled this place for centuries using weird methods and superstitions. Otherwise, I would be unable to completely free Yasumizu, this village, from the confines of the mists. There were 3. Oh, are there the heads of Migurumas? Of the Miguruma? They were positioned and presented in a completely different way than the ones we clearly did the dirty work. Their apparel was fancier too. There was a great Lord Chinna, Yomutsu Okami, that had appeared before the hanging pine. They were unarmed, signaling that they didn't want to fight right now.
貴様らは何者だ?
Oh, negotiating? You have the master of swindling. Haruaki Fusaishi? Question mark. Loyal to the rule, he asked that.
どうやら妙に事情に詳しい者がおるようだが。
Because I've experienced it hundreds of times. They had seen it with the eye of Miguruma, huh?
当然生きて帰れるとは思うまいな。
こっちのセリフよ、偽物。
Fake, wow. Her eyes didn't show a hint of hesitation, and her words didn't show a bit of fear. God was dead, she had killed it. Thus, she had no reason to fear or tolerate a fake. One more step.
一体何なんです？返答次第では警察を呼びますよ。
The police. What is police anymore?
ああ、すみません。ややこしくなるので、ここは僕が。
あなたも超怪しいんだってば。
Ouch! You know how many times I died to save you?
彼に任せよう、Q ちゃん。
Yeah, tell her, Hashimoto.
橋本さん。
まあ、妙なことをすれば潰すから。
Oh. Okay.
本当、あなたにはかなわないな。
Not at all.
さて。
Yeah, let's talk.
身車家の者に古き山の神からのことづてを授ける。
Stop this nonsense now. They were shaken.
この言葉の意味がわかるなら、貴様らも身車の位高き者なのだろう。聞け。かの神はよみがえった。狼は死に、影たる狼も死んだ。他の紳士ももはや猿のみ。狼は去り際のたまった。もはや読み意味の宴は開くべからずと。よって貴様らにもう聖域を犯す理由はない。帰って皆に知らせよ。もはやこの山に信頼明神はおらぬと。
I don't think it's gonna be this easy.
長者家は間もなく廃れよう。それまで身を正し待つがよいと。
To my mind, it wasn't possible that they would back out. After all, God was killed and replaced. That was the hard truth. The people of Yasumizu had changed their values and outlook on life. Thus, the group that had gained power through God would know this truth and thus lose their power. However,
汝田ぞ
the false god asked that. It was old language. It was a simple question. Who are you? Among the many wolf actors here, The youth is lying around us, and the three in front of us, two of which had backed away in a panic. The elder in the middle stood out. His eyes were looking ahead beyond the mask. Bro, how can you even see his eyes? How can he even see behind all this? I could see unwavering black eyes and unshaken vigor. It wasn't the strength of a god, it was the strength of a family head. It was just strength of a human. He used to face me head on. He used it to face me head on. He used it to ask me whether I had what it took to end this mad conspiracy. That was the challenge of the very last boss.
春明さん、どうするの？
Give me this shotgun, I'm gonna shoot him right now. If it's a human versus human, then we are gonna use human weapons. I'd lose if I said anything bad. I'd lose if I showed any sort of hesitation. I'd lose if I stayed quiet for too long. Felt as if the mask was laughing at me.
神ならずうにもあらずばたそかれぬうべしいかでか神とがむべき
You are no god or divine child. You are no one. So why can you stand against God? That was a provocation. I knew this well. That was why I had brought this over. And I took it out again. The old wolf mask. The old man laughed.
神錆びて神なきにせるかぐ土の長む大和になる神もなし
I am waiting for the translation. Also, apparently those three were the three that appears whenever you wear the wolf.
あいつ、さっきから何言ってるの？
百人一首かな。
神錆びて神なきにせるかぐ土。神のように振る舞って神を殺したかぐ土。
Eh?
日のかぐ土は確かに
No,
神殺しの
not
神
again.
だけど別に意図して殺したわけじゃないわ。燃え盛る体が生まれ落ちるときに母たるイザナミを殺した。直接歌ってるのはかぐ土じゃない。かぐ土。かぐの土。愚かで醜いもの。神様ぶって神を殺した誰かのことを罵り非難する掛け言葉だわ。大和は大和、なる神、つまり雷は神なりの掛け言葉。
God damn it, I really need to learn Japanese.
山を眺めても神の力の啓示はなく、大和の国にお前がなれる神はない。そういうことかしら。
We had already killed this god. After claiming that saying we would take his place would be just wrong and self-contradictory. That was why the old man laughed. He knew he couldn't back out because of something like this. Well, that was the right idea considering the Shinai faith is theology.
まあ、割とそれは日本神話っぽいわよね。死んだ神はこっちの国にはいないから。
Exactly.
どういうこと？間宮さん。
Indeed, this was the right time.
聖者と死者の領域が国で区切られてる。ほら、イザナギだってそうだったじゃない？
Indeed, this was the right place.
人も神も死ねば黄泉の国に行くのよ。
This god existed. I had to thank Mamiya for the explanation later. I put on the mask.
愚か
うるさいな。言ってやるからしかと聞け。
It was a bit pathetic, but I would borrow your power again.
我の名前は よもつ狼。
Damn, we're having a lot of
汝の
pictures.
死は狼。今はここにあらず。さればこそ我、狼にあらず。汝、狼ならば、我もまた狼なり。不死吉の地を治めたる、老面の神なり。
Oh wow. So it's Among Us now.
いや違う。ここは不死吉じゃない。黄泉だ。
Saranaga's mists were all around
こ
us.
こに僕とあなたがいるからには、あなたも僕も死んだことに相違ない。
さらば、次なる夕霧の日来たらば、我ら、すなわち、落ち戻らんや。
Then the god was resurrect whenever the mists come. What an appropriate thing to worry about. The solution was simple though.
いいなだ。なぜなら今日を最後に、この山峡に黄泉の霧の立つことはない。
いかなれ。
So he wasn't satisfied with a direct answer to his argument, huh?
ならば、語ろう。僕とあなたの最後の物語を。あなた方の物語の続きを語ろう。
After all, storytelling was my specialty. Yeah, I can see now. After the feast of the Yumi Bird, the wolves left the village. However, then came the Saranaga mists and the wolves rose up from the Yumi to kill people. The people were scared and killed more and more people they thought to be the wolves' allies. The feast of the Yumi Bird had become a fearsome massacre. But then it was found out that the wolves hadn't actually died. They had just fallen off the cliff, weakened, caught by someone and locked up in a dark prison. That someone was a snake. Shinrai-san had turned out to be the wolves. The snake was using the feast to create an uprising against the wolves. To the wolves, the snake said that the ones who sinned against God's will were the humans, and continued to tell people that the wolves were bad. The snake could then wear Shinai-san's clothes, appear before people, and control them completely using frightening words. However, the wolves weren't tricked after all. The Badger who had came to the feast late come to their prison and told the wolves the truth. With the Badger's help, the wolves escaped the prison and returned to the village. Regrettably, a lot of blood had already been spilled in the name of the Okami. The wolves were sad that their name would from now on invoke fear and hate among the people. Thus, the wolves chose to set things straight. First, they went to the dream of a human girl who was born with the blessing of the snake, only to be marked by the wolves and chased out of her home. They told her to use powerful smoke and fire to burn all the guardians. She believed their words, and after lots of trouble, she obtained the powerful smoke and fire from a faraway land. Then she returned back home and used it to burn down the snake and its fellow guardians. With them at last punished, the wolves took everyone on a journey far away. Oh yeah, the snake is the Miguruma, I forgot. With the Mojina, the badger, and the old god who was once the wolf's servant, had now taken its place as a new eternal god of the mountain. One of the guardians, the crow, was allowed to stay and be the watcher of Yomi, to prevent any from rising again. With that, Shinai was gone, leaving only humans, the crow, and the new god, bringing forth a new age of peace. The new god occasionally brings the mists as a reminder of the walls. It's a good mist that protects people's dreams, takes away diseases, prevents fires, and promises prosperity. So the people began to love it when they came. However, misty nights were when gods walked the earth. So the people cleansed, sheltered, and dreamed to not get in their way. Upon seeing that, the new god said,
良きかな。
I love the badger. And they lived happily ever after. Damn, am I trying to move on already? Whatever, man. I've lost it already. I've lost Rikako. I mean, she's happy now with Nosato. And happy Nosato makes me happy. Yeah, I am not sad. Like, she's gonna be fixed. It's not gonna be me, though. It doesn't have to be me. As I finished talking, I felt I could hear God giggle with a bizarre sort of amusement. Amazement. Well, that was probably good enough. By the way, I had chosen to say nothing about my daughter. I would leave that part of the plot to the daughter herself.
だから、蛇のおのおの方、
Yeah, the Miguruma is the snake.
僕もあなた方も、ここから去るべき時です。黄泉の国を経由して、遠いところへ。
Is it this easy though? With that conclusion, I took off the mask.
迎え火の卓や煙の切り立ちて雲となるらん震え口縄
Explanation?
どうなったの？
What did he say? Was this cracked English? I don't know.
さあ、今の歌はちょっと難しいけど、口縄は蛇のことだっけ？
I mean, yeah, the only thing you can read here is snake. Come on now, Hashimoto. Me, you, and everyone here knows you don't get anything of that. They were whispering to each other for a minute or two. Eventually, the masked old man began moving again, looked up, and spent a few seconds. After a brief but intense moment of prayer, he opened his mouth.
愛わかった
The two seemed perplexed.
だから言うたじゃろうが、こんなものろくでもないと。
What?
当主に逆らわんのが身車の習いとはいえ、いい加減腹に据えかねたところじゃ。バカせがれに墓の中のバカ親父は因果応報というものを知るがよしじゃ。若造慣れん芝居をさせたがもう帰ってええぞ。こっちはこっちで片付けておこう。
Are you fucking kidding me? Was it this easy? Just being Chuni solved everything?
その
I wasn't sure how to respond.
行動しますよ。保健所が来たらえらいことになるわ。
まあそうなればこの村は消えてなくなるかもしれんの。そうなった時蓄えがないものはどうなるのか路頭に迷わねばいいが。
こんな時まで安水の足元を見る？
ちえみちゃん、そういうわけじゃない。 藤吉村の人たちにはそれでも藤吉村という場所が必要なんだ。
ちょっと待って。じゃあこのこと報道するなっていうの？
Oh, come on, shut up. Let's be thankful that no one, not a single one died on the sloop, okay? We are not involving the police here.
まあその
待ってよ。やめてよ。こんな大スクープっぽいネタを黙れなんて。
Someone kills this woman. She's too dangerous now.
なんだかよくわからないけど、じゃあこうしたらどうかな。あの人たち、身車さんたちがいろいろ悪いことをしているなら、それが正されるかどうか待って。
Oh, come on now, Hashimoto. You also have the fixing man mentality?
どうにもならなかったら、しっかり調べて立ち入ろうか。
I mean, yeah, that's good salvation. This is a professionalism.
どうもきな臭いからね。命の危険がある話には慎重になるのがプロってもんだよ。
Wow, I've learned a new thing today.
そう警戒せずともまあ見ておれ。数日のうちに新聞にでも出るじゃろう。どこかの田舎村で妙な事件が起きたとな。
Damn, you can actually talk the Miguruma. I thought they're gonna be like, you are too dangerous to stay alive and we're just gonna take out their guns and kill all of us and that's it.
おれ、何を腰を抜かしておる。そこらに転がっとるもんを起こせ。
Yeah,
撤収じゃ撤収。
yeah, wake up those Kryudi guys. These Kryudi people. He turned around and threw away his mask. I couldn't see his face, but his long gray hair, large neck, and defined jawline told me that he was really vigorous for his age. The fancy mask he had dropped made a clattering sound on the wood and gravel. God once again returned to the earth. As if he felt nothing about it, the old man didn't even turn around as he shouted at the wolf actors and left.
おじいさま。
Oh! Your grandpa! I looked at Chiemi.
身車に孫娘などおらぬ。
Ouch. Immediately disowned.
さあさあ、引け引け。
I mean, I think that means she's still free. Watched as the wolves left without showing a hint of divinity.
おじいさんって？
現当主はまだ身車ちえみの実父のはずだからわかんないよ。先代はよそで暮らしてるって会ったことなかったし。
そういえば戦時中にあった宴からしばらく40年くらい宴がない時期があったって聞いたな。
40 years?
霧が出なかったんじゃなくて、もしかしたら。
やめよ。身車にいい人がいたかもなんて今は別に。
Yeah, please. This is gonna be a whole new arc.
わかった。
それより今は事情を聞く気満々の間宮さんをどうするか考えた方が。
Finish her. I mean, we don't need to do anything. Hashimoto's there.
あ、宝生久子さん、実は僕あなたの記事のファンなんです。アップルページ1月号の雑煮特集見ました。
Yuko Hose? Is that her pen name? Is that where Q-chan came from?
嘘。初めて自分の記事の読者見つけた。ってごまかされるか。
Oh, come on now. Be happy.
まあじゃあお二人の車まで道すがら話しますよ。
Yeah, I also know you have a car.
多
A
分もう危険
big
はないです
car.
が行きづらいでしょ。
確かにちょっと怖いね。
こっちには 違法改造ショットガンナーがいますか
Shotgunner.
らご安心を。
やめてよ。つくづくいい性格の人のようね。いいわ、とことん付き合おうじゃない。
And so, the misty night passed without any werewolves appearing. But everyone made it out unharmed. But it seemed like a good ending to me. Yeah, no one died. This is perfect ending. All missions clear. Now I just had to return. Oh my god. The game is really ending? I briefly told Mommy about the feast and that they helped prevent it. Well, she did wonder how I knew about it. I considered telling her about the looping, mostly because it seemed interesting, but I was too tired to talk for that long. That was where I ended the interview. She made me exchange 4 numbers, eager to interview me someday. Well, we then meet up with everyone in the hall, and we all went down to Saranaga. I looked around for Meiko, but I couldn't find her anywhere. Though I noticed that my backpack was completely out of food. Some writing stuff was gone too, and there were some clumsy letters on the waterproof bag. Thank you, Fusayuki-san. Ah. And that was it. I didn't get it, but I could only guess that she was satisfied with something and just left. That's why I was kinda worried though. But I had no doubts that she would grow up strong. And that no one would ever catch her again. What? Going down Saranaga on rubber boots was pretty easy. The fantastical mist surrounding us was very beautiful, enchanting, and I could totally understand why the people of the past thought this was Yumi. Eventually, the mist ended, and so did the forest. Rika was watching as the mist grew more distant. She was silently crying. Yeah. I might have taken her side if everyone in Yasumizu was irredeemable scumbags. The moment I thought that, Chimi and Haru pinched my ass like they had just read my mind. Haru supposedly could read minds, but she actually sussed it out herself this time. It would be hard for anyone who's not mochi to handle being her boyfriend. Who's not mochi. As we arrived at a crossroads and got out, I saw Mitsuji waiting for us with 3 4-wheelers nearby. Mitsuji! Why am I happy?
ごめん。
It's okay, whatever.
もう夢は終わったんだよね。君の羊も戻ったの？
Is your sheep back?
問題ない。
よかった。心配した？
したよ。何人かボートごと転身するしよ。
Wow.
申し訳ない。その狼様。
Oh yeah, they still consider
こ
that.
の人ただの羊なんで気にしないでください。
てめえ何言ってやがる。つうかいいのかよ。神だとかいう話だったろ。
このメンバーにはバラして OK。
ああそうかよ。道理でてめえがそうやって住人の前でバカみてえに仮面抱えてると思ったぜ。
と忘れるところだった。野里さん、これ僕は演技に使いましたが、安水の祠から出土した人柱の遺物です。
なんと。
Yeah.
中には骨もありました。きちんと整理して埋葬だか展示だか、とにかくお任せします。
受けたまわった。まあ私に考古学だのなんだのの才覚はないのだが、
Nah, you just can ask
多
Rikako.
分そのうち適切な人材が現れますよ。と。そういえば、他の人は？
もう勝原のホテルに着いた。そっからしばらく熱海行きのバスツアーにぶっ込むからな。ま、あとは任せろ。
So, what is the deal with these two? Because apparently they were working together from the beginning. But Haruaki lost his mind, and apparently they expected it. That's why Mitsuji acted like she don't know him at all, and that's why he didn't know her at all at the beginning. I think I am waiting for a proper explanation. Okay?
マジで、どういう組織なんだ、君んとこは。
正義の味方。
Heroes of Justice.
すげえ元カノ持ってたんだな、僕は。
She's still X though? Like, are you as Chimi
元
now?
カノ言うなバカ。まあ、てめえにも何かしら音沙汰があんだろうから、首洗って待ってろ。
You'll hear from us again. She's a part of organization, and he wasn't even a Haruaki Fusaishi.
は？
He never revealed
ここまでし
his
て
true
殺されんの？
identity.
僕。
Haven't I tried enough?
言い方が悪かった。
Died enough.
まあ、大ごとにはしねえようにするから安心しろ。
じゃあ、着去は解除しとく。
Unblock.
着去かよ。つくづくひでえとしか言いようがねえやつだよ、お前はよ。
僕はまともだ。狂ってるのは世界だ。
Wow.
あ、悪い。乗ってくれ。
いや、お二人って。
Yeah, this is his ex. This was real. This wasn't a lie.
三峰三次。最近破局した噂の元カノで正義の味方をやってるらしく、ここで偶然再会した。
This last half is okay. This part was twisted, but this last part, nah.
なんつう紹介してんだてめえ。
三次、芹沢千恵美さん。誰かさんの陰謀でループ地獄にはまった中で
Certain someone.
一瞬付き合って別れた
I can't
噂の
feel-
元カノでエア殺人鬼。
I can feel Rikako looking at us from distance. With each other for a moment. So she's rumored ex.
噂じゃない
Casual murderer.
っていうかやめてよ。あの壮絶な思い出の数々をそんな感じで簡略化すんのは。
まあ、その辺のあれは俺のせいもあるし、何も言わねえにしても相変わらず最低だなお前。
Explanation.
僕をけなしとけばいいって風潮は間違ってると思う。
いいからもう寝たい。
お風呂もできれば入りたい。
うさいし春明様を殺したい。
I like this new
なん
Rikako.
だよ、この面白ご一行様は。
いやもう全く申し訳ない。
あんたが保護者か。
Babysitter.
まあ、乗ってくれ。
Wow.
春明、あんたはバイクあったけど乗ってくか？
いや、いいや。ここで別れる。
そうか。わかった。
That's it?
バカ。
That's it?
私は嫌いじゃないよ。えげつない春明のこと。
Oh, the game is ending.
私らのことは気にせずに素直になれば？
Nope.
たまには社に詣でに来ませい。町のお方。
はるちゃんはこっち向いて。ハッサンとやらはとっとと帰るといい。来るときは面白土産をな。
またいずれ。
It was a pleasure, Kiyonosuke no Sato. Oh man.
ええ、
Oh man, the game is ending.
他のみんなにもよろしくじゃないか。 僕はもう死んだことになってるし。じゃ、いいや。おやすみ。さよなら。
I said that and turned around.
バカ。
That was the last thing I heard from them. Then I heard them no longer. Been a while, my beloved bike. Though I would hop on it later. A power drive, some steam walking, cliff climbing, excavating, acting, fighting, negotiating. No day had been as exhausting as this one. I finally remembered that my hand was injured, but the footage numbed the pain. I would just sleep. I really wanted some sleep. Oh yeah, the next day. I woke up surrounded by mist. The game is just joking around.
なんてね。寝すぎだよ、春明さん。さあさあ早く遠くへ連れてってよ。
It's just a nightmare, right? Again, stop. What did happen again? Fuck you! Fuck you, developers! I mean, as obvious as it was. I am always ready for bad endings. That I forgot. It can be a good ending sometimes. Nothing strange would happen in reality.
人狼なんているわけないじゃないか。
I whispered to no one. Then I gathered my stuff and left. The place where the convenience store was supposed to be was empty. It was all just forest. Of course, that was all just a dream. I didn't get lost anymore, but I felt like I would soon forget this road. That was what dreams were like. Haruchan's whole thing was just a juvenile delusion. Mitsuji's organization was just a public peacekeeping agency. God was purely psychological. There, all of that had to be products of reality. The endless Saranaga, the rotting Yomibitu, the few monsters, ascertained someone's love. It was all a Don't do this to me! That was how I chosen to look at it. And so I returned to my normal everyday life. One day, a while after that,
県郡富士吉村で村長が汚職で隕石辞任。橿原地方のペット業者が破産で大量の犬を処分。これだけか？新聞見ろって割におとなしいな。
After the incident, I gathered local newspaper and mimicked the previous Nosato family heads. Yet these were the only relevant reports I found. Though it wasn't nothing. It would be rash to underestimate this. A village mayor, probably the Miguruma or someone related, resigning was something that simply couldn't have happened there before. Even if it had, it would be something that went unnoticed. The people would simply decide it through secret power struggles. This could only mean that there was something a lot worse than just corruption, and this made it out to public because they simply couldn't hide it all. The same went for the pet shop. If the Miguruma had really used rabbits for the corruption, it would be national news. After all, it was basically a form of bioterrorism. Well, with all the rabbits' dogs they had, the disease must have spread to other mammals like rats, according to what I had looked up. If these rabid animals spread all over, Japan would no longer be considered rabies-free, and that would cost the country a lot. Otherwise, these were just unhygienic dogs trained in a weird way. Or maybe the elitists headed to prevent panic and loss of resources. Well, there was Mitsushi's job too. I hadn't heard from them yet, and I got nothing when trying to call her myself, even though I sang the Buddha's Ash Rock. It's not Zenosato Mansion, okay? Well, whether government or secret organization, I hoped her group did whatever they had to in the background. Apparently the situation in Fujiyoshi was stable. There was a mayoral election, and the Zenosato head ended up taking the post. They deserve it. Yeah, they deserve it. The Zenosato family wasn't bad people. The reason why they skipped the Higuchi was probably too complicated to release for the public. I was informed of this through an email left by Kinosuke Nosato. Kinosuke Nosato himself, wow. He was outside the village right now, along with Rikako Uematsu. He rationalized this with his family by saying that he would seclude himself with her and keep the danger that was the Uematsu family away. Bold. He could easily contact his brother, current head and mayor, and get info from him, and I could probably learn more if I contacted them. But this was their problem now. If I went any deeper, I would be just a rubbernecker. I did find that life in Yasumizu carried on as always, which was good enough for me. Oh man. Did the fact that I had been trying to copy the previous Nosato mean that I still hadn't recognized the whole event as a dream? Or maybe I had some lingering feelings. I could still see her in the edge of my vision. Was it that hard for me to end it? No, I think she's standing there. Weird, my flashback was extremely vivid and still failed to leave me. She's standing there.
Yeah. 自称春明さん
Yeah!
Yeah.
I almost screamed, almost.
大学院生らしからぬいい家だね
Yeah, because he wasn't a
お
student.
かげさまで。
あ、これお土産です
Present? I'm scared.
あ、ご丁寧にどうも。生子まんじゅうどこの名物なんだこれ。超興奮してきた。
He's really confused.
ちえみ先生はどこから入ったのかな。
さっきいっぱい人が出てきたからオートロックはそれで抜けて玄関はなんか開いてたよ
Wow. They always came in droves, so I just left the door open.
知り合い
編集者。
Editors. He's a writer?
実はさっきから気になってるんだけどこの真新しい本の山
Oh my god, is he a mystery stories writer?
憲本だね。
え、作家さん
No way.
一応。
Yeah, he's a mystery writer. That explains it now.
これテレビで見たことある
On TV. Oh my god, he's a big one.
こっちは学生教で全部作家の名義違うじゃん
本名はどれかな。
どうせ全部偽名でしょっていうか久石春明って
What does it mean?
久石陽明久石陽明不在証
They can't-
明アリバイのことじゃないはい不 ざけてましたね。
最終名。不在方面。Japanese for alibi.
ふざけたわけじゃない。あれは仕事をサボる時用のペンネームなだけだ。
Oh wow.
根底がふざけている。っていうか何それ、人気小説家？人生の勝利者じゃん。庶民なめんな。
一応締め切りと編集者と文才の枯渇に怯えながら細々と暮らしているんですが。
Deadlines, editors, and writer's block. God damn it, I can relate. Oh my god.
本名は？
He's saying ghetto. He chased me around my office and studied for around a minute. Then...
まあいいですわ。
そうだ。一体なんでここに？
みっちゃんに住所を聞いて。
みっちゃん Wow. They are besties now.
みっちゃん？
みつじさん。
なんで仲良くなってんですか？
あいつだけはやめとけっていっぱい言われた。
Why? Because he's so bad or because she wanna keep him for herself?
いよいよなんで来たの？
あれから5社ほど落ちまして。
Oh, she wanna work here.
おお、それは気の毒な。
You wanna work with him?
大学は軽く夏休みだったりもしまして。
もうそんな季節か。
ちょっと気分転換が必要だな。そういえば二血してくれるっていうナンパな兄ちゃんがいたなって。
ああ、夢の中で。
ちえみは夢の中とは思ってないけど。
You tell him, please. He's annoying if you're for a while now.
目の前にいるのはループの中で3人の女子に手を出したリアル狼だけど。
あら大変。じゃあそばにいなきゃ。また殺せるように。
Oh man.
言うじゃないか。
どう？いろいろあった甲斐あって、ちょっとはいい女になった？
Oh, she's still after him.
趣味は悪いと思う。
Yeah, for choosing someone like that.
お互い様でしょ？
Denying what would have pissed me off, so I said nothing.
一本取った？
じゃあ先に10本取った側の言うことを何でも聞くって賭けをしようか。
やったー。
何を？
ちえみちゃんは自称春明さんのルールを破りに来たんだから。ここから先は一歩もあげない。一緒になったら2人でどこまでも狂っちゃうって言ってたっけ？だったらちえみは春明さんの敵でいいや。優秀な対戦相手、あるいはお邪魔虫としてずっとひっついていくよ。
What, you're gonna be a writer too?
ね、神様。
いい度胸だ、人間。
She always smiled, stuck out her tongue, and ran off ahead of me. A cheerful, insane, weird girl. That was very scary and interesting. I would play along. I would catch up to her.
じゃあこれかぶって。
みっちゃんのお下がり？
What's this?
別れてから買ったバイクですから、ヘルメットだって新品だよ。
そっかそっか。
Oh!
なんだろ
メットかぶる前にちょうだい。ずっと我慢してたんだから。
Oh. Oh yeah, I know what she's talking about. Crap, what a surprise
う。
at
そ
that.
んなん言われたらするよ。
Just as she asked, I kissed her.
おめ
Yup.
でとう。君はこいつに唇を奪われた13人目の女の子です。
They're teens.
おめ
Wow.
でとう。春明さんは生まれて初めて中で敗北感を感じたため、苦し紛れに過去のスコアを晒しました。
Oh, okay.
行くぞ。
はーい。
She knows how to talk to him now.
わお、結構座り心地いいんだ。
速度はあんまり出ないけどね。足はステップ。手はベルトかそこのフレームにかけて。
オッケー。あんま密着しないんだね。
運転中に誘惑してこないように、そのまま天国に行ってしまう。
それは夜のお楽しみでしょ
やったぜ。
う。まあ自称春明さんがまた事故って立ち往生とかしない限りですけど。
Oh, come on now. There's no looping anymore. He's gonna actually die.
一応整備もちょっと勉強したぞ。早速原稿のネタにしたけど。
春明さんが調子に乗るとかっこ悪くなりがちだから注意すること。
ちえみはラリってぶっ殺さないように注意ね。
Oh, imagine if that happened.
わお2だ。あとは2人ともリセットはもうないことを忘れずにってとこかな。
Yeah, there's no resets anymore. This is actually this now. You will die when you be killed.
違いない。
I turned on the
じ
engine.
ゃあ行くよ。
オッケー。
Just as the previous journey led to a dream we could no longer return to, this one would surely lead us to moments so great they could never be repeated.
その壁を貫いてもう何もない道へ
Oh,
旅立つよ。見えないものに
it's the credits.
偽物の魔除け交渉だ
Oh my god.
知らない
Raging Globe is done.
名前になれて本当の
Also, I think this is copyrighted. I don't know. Oh my lord. Raging Globe is done. I can't process it. I am. No, it's really hard to process. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I didn't prepare any. Like, I knew it's gonna be done whether on this stream or the previous one. But. This is gonna get me copyrighted, right? I don't care, man. Get me copyrighted or whatever. I've been fucked up by copyright a lot. Oh my god! There is absolutely no such thing as werewolves. Dedicated to the memory of Masahiro T. Thanks for playing this game. Thanks for making this game. Good speed to you. Thanks for making this game. I am the one who should thank you. Thanks for this masterpiece. Unlocked revelation mode. By setting it on the options, you can replay the game with additional thoughts and flashbacks by Haruaki, as well as added scenes from other characters' point of view. Bah, I'll be waiting there. Meiko! Ending true. What hint corner, bro? What hint corner? Oh, extra. Oh. The Raging Globe is done, guys. Raging Globe is done, guys. Raging Globe is actually done. And I can't, what should I talk about? What should I say? What should I do? Okay, first, let me make sure of something. What? Oh, I think this belongs to the extra or the revolution mode. Aren't they the same? Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna play Huntress vs Bear. Lockhead vs Final Boss. Writer vs Mystery Station. Boy vs N from Hell. She vs Stock of Reports. Okay, what is the revolution mode? Oh! This was never here before. Okay. Okay, now give me a second to remove all this equipment and have an actual proper size on the screen. Okay, this is too big. That's not what I meant. Bring this here. Also make it a bit bigger. Yeah, like this. And let me lower the voice a bit more so I can talk while having this on the background. So I've had this game. Actually, I can remove this filter now. I've had this game on my laptop for a really long time, and I was like, I'm gonna play it whenever, like, I always have this time when I can't find anything to play, so I just have like games just in case to play it. This was one of them, and when I downloaded it, when I got it, I knew it was a visual novel, and I was like, okay, if I would never play a visual novel on the channel because it's really tiring to stream. Like, it's much easier to play just in silence and read it in your mind, because you don't have to read everything out loud. But I decided that if I ever made an exception and actually played a visual novel on the channel, it's gonna be this game. Because, well, let me tell you how I found out about this game, because this game is really underrated. Like, barely anyone knows about it. So I found a video on YouTube, a recommended video that was called Raging Globe is a Huge Mess. And I was interested, kinda, so I opened it. I found out it was a visual novel. And from the first couple of minutes, it gave me Higurashi's vibes, Higurashi no Kokoro ni. I just felt like it gave me the vibes, and I was like, no, I feel I'm gonna regret spoiling this game on myself. So I immediately closed the video before I get any spoilers, and found the game and downloaded it. And that's when I decided this is gonna be the exception for streaming a visual novel. Now, the day I've played this game, as I said, because I didn't find anything to play, so I was like, okay, why am I waiting? Why not just starting playing it? And yeah, most of the people didn't like the fact that I'm streaming visual novels. And again, I can't blame them. Visual novels can get really boring and really annoying because it's just reading, and people don't like reading. People don't like reading. People don't read anymore, unfortunately, sadly. Like, you don't find as much people who would just play a visual novel, and even streaming it is even harder. That's why I've switched it from streaming it to recording it. And recording it was actually much easier, because when I was streaming it, I had to make it windowed, and it was too small on my screen. I had problems reading things. So yeah, recording was much better for me. And at the same time, it's not like people who like to participate on streams don't have to like participate on this one. And yeah, it was a fun experience to just record it and premiere it on YouTube. Yeah, actually, while recording this, like, there is still like 4 streams that haven't been premiered yet. So this one is gonna be really outdated. But yeah, it's okay. Now let's talk about the characters a little bit. The characters I liked, because yeah, I'm not gonna talk about all of them. I seriously don't have the ability to talk for this long. First, Nosato. Because I think a lot of people felt really weird why such an arrogant, annoying person, why I would like them this much. I just could relate to them. I just could relate to Nosato because I don't know why. Maybe I am this kind of person, or because I've dealt with this kind of people a lot. Maybe both. I could just relate to them. I could understand him, and I could feel that he's not a bad person, but at the same time, he's struggling to be a good person. And since the people around him like don't really like him this much, so he just don't consider treating them well anymore. And yeah, if you watch it until now, thank you so much for watching until now. I can't believe someone actually did that. But you could say by time passing, especially at the last part when we were looking for the secret room with him, he's a really nice guy and really understanding. And if you treated him well, he would treat you well. He's not as arrogant as you could imagine. So yeah, that's why I could really like him. And to be honest, he's really fun to tease. Like, you would love to get reactions from him. Who else? Rikako. The biggest trap I've got on this game. Now, ironically enough, the person who was giving me the tutorial at the very beginning of the game, who was explaining the chart and other things, was Rikako. And yeah, I recognized it. And every single time I fall for this trap. That the person who she was giving the tutorial because she was the mastermind behind everything. She knew everything. She was the loop master. And there was a lot of things that was telling me that she's not a normal person. She have something she's hiding. Like especially with the part when what was it? When she said that she saw me behind the leaves, even though it was a previous loop. I was concentrating very well with the loops, and I am 100, okay, not 100%, maybe 85% sure that I realized her mistake. Same I've done with Chiemi. Because I knew someone is gonna make a mistake with the loops. Because I've always had a suspicion that there is other person looping with me, or at least have memories from the previous loops. And to find this out, I have to just wait for one of them to slip and say something about the previous loops. And yeah, Rikako, I've had an idea that she was abnormal, but I didn't want to suspect her at all. Like the best I've done is that I just considered her as Chiemi, someone who remembers the loops and trying to hint to me. And yeah, because I liked her so much, I just didn't want to consider her someone bad. Especially when everyone gathered at the last act, when Haruaki had the stupid mask on his face. She wasn't there, and I realized it. And I was like, I didn't accept it at the very end. I was like, oh, maybe his wolf wife that he's talking about is Rikako. But no, it wasn't Rikako. It was Mitsuji. That's when I was okay. Only Rikako left, and there is only one rule left: the mastermind behind the loop. So yeah, it was obvious. She is the mastermind behind all this. She was the one who's pulling the strings because she was a spider. And this is not my joke. This is Haruaki's joke, okay? So yeah, until the very end, I didn't accept it because I just liked the character. This is a bad habit of me, by the way. I could be like, oh my god, I'm so smart, I found it out, I knew it from the very beginning, but no. I would always be like this. There was an obvious traps that I fall in every single time. Most of the times because I was like, nah, they are not this big brain to make it. They are not making it this complicated, and they actually made it this complicated. I would most of the time know a lot of plots because I've read a lot of mystery and I've wrote a lot of mystery myself. So I know a lot about, like, you could investigate a story by just thinking as the writer, seeing a certain things that was hidden on purpose, certain things that was hinted on purpose in a certain way, and then you can tell, oh, the writer, like any other writer, did that to hide this part. And yes, this is considered cheating actually for mystery stories. But yeah, I thought I can use it. But again, I was fooled. My one and only love interest was a fucking trap. But yeah, I can't say she's happy now, and Nosato happy now, so I can't complain anymore. I've enjoyed every single part of the game. I know a certain parts got a bit boring or a bit confusing, especially the parts where it was purely explaining the lore, just pure reading. Yeah, it was hard, but I enjoyed trying to understand what was happening. Apparently, I couldn't understand it at the very beginning, and I had the... Shut up! I had the information overload because I was reading it out loud. And yeah, streaming things makes it harder to concentrate. So yeah. What else I wanted to say? I had a lot to talk about. Yeah, a lot of characters. There was also a lot of characters I really liked, even though they were side characters. Like Muro, Takumi Muro. He was a really nice person. Like, he was actually he and Kanzo was the kind of people who would literally shoot themselves if they became wolves. Like, that's just how loyal they are to the village and its people, which I really respected about them. Haru was cute most of the time. Her reactions was good and everything, but man, I didn't like when she was the love interest. Probably because I was biased to Rikako, but I believe if the love interest was, let's say Hisako, for example, I wouldn't mind it. But Haru, like, she's still a child, kinda. I don't know, man. And she wasn't a love interest. We just, like, Haruaki just teached her how to be evil. He made her a bad girl. What else? What else I wanted to talk about? I was really interested when I became a wolf at some point. And I was like, would he just start killing out of nowhere? Like, is it this easy? What would happen? And yeah, by two bad endings, he was forced to kill anyways. So it was gone. It was done anyways. The writers also did a great job, especially with the feast, because in the feast we've had like how much? 13, 14, 15, no, 16 people on the feast. And the writers somehow managed to make to give every single character a role on this feast. All of them had something to say, even if some of them like barely talked at certain points. It was because like it had a reason, because maybe they had a guardian, so they didn't want to participate anymore because it was too dangerous. The people who talk too much, maybe they talk too much because they wanted to lead a feast as maybe a guardians or as wolves. Like, they even had a perfect excuse for the characters who didn't talk this much. Like, really, it was really clever from them. Like, they were really good at it. Like, I can't explain. Like, I can't English. Yeah, I can't English. Just hear me out. They are so good that I would just go and look for more work of them. And I'm not gonna only consider the writers, like, also the artist. The art was insane. Like, I loved the art from the first time I've seen it. From the very first, like, wait. Where was it? This one. This was, like, yeah, I know this was the first one, but it wasn't this, like, it's good. But this one, I really liked everything about it. The coloring, the background, the feeling, everything. The art was so good that I would just go, like, I was waiting for the artist's name to show up on the credits, to go to hunt them on Twitter. Like, the art was insanely good, just so good. If the characters gone insane, they could cleverly just picture it in the art. Like, I love this. I love this too. And yeah, this is just so good. This is so good. Like, I can't wait for more to show up. And this, like, I was a bit sad that the journalist didn't have anything to do at the last feast, but they just showed up at the end in the most comical way ever. Like, this is my favorite scene on the game. Like, yeah, I wasn't, like, I just was laughing. It was so fun to watch it. Like, having them with us at the last minute was so good. And having Hashimoto in our side, like, for once, felt really good. Yeah, he was really dangerous as Amy. Like, I've never expected that this person who was just there to make jokes about his size was this strong or this dangerous or this smart. Like, literally, when he was saved, when Haruki saved him, he basically digged his own grave. He was too dangerous. Like, I've always thought, oh, Haruki is gonna be too dangerous if he became Wolf because he's the smartest of them. He can trick all of them. Voila. A new main character immediately showed up. Oh god. Oh man, just what should I say? What else should I talk about? See, look. Just look how many people on this feast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 30, 40, 50, 60. 16. Okay, let's leave this senile crazy murderer aside. Actually, I need my cursor. I need to capture my cursor now. Where is it? Capture cursor. Here we go. This senile murderer. This crazy guy. Leave him aside. Yeah, he didn't talk this much at all. Yeah, he messed it up most of the time. Anyways. He wasn't senile at all. Man. Well, I believe I have more to say. The Chuni parts was insane. When he just gets Chuni and that just solves everything. And actually that's logical because they all believe in those things. So it's gonna be easy to trick them through that. And of course I haven't forgot this scene. Not at all. It was hilarious. Yeah, and since I've talked about the writers and the artists, I want to talk about the developers who somehow managed to force me on every bad ending. And it worked because it's logical. You are a looper, you die, you realize what you've did wrong, and you go back, then you have a new choice to make. Like, this is the best way to make a visual novel. Like, how would you know the right choice without making a wrong choice? And of course, this is not always the case. Like, as you've seen, like, I've tried a lot of times to get the bad endings first, but end up choosing the right choices accidentally. So it wasn't always this case. But there was a major choices that you can't just make yet, which made the idea of the keys insane. And the chart was really helpful. Like, you didn't have to just save before every single choice you make and then go back to it. If the chart wasn't there, it could have been a big mess. Like, all around the place. Like, I couldn't have managed to get all of these endings just by myself. The keys was perfect idea and the chart was even perfect. So the developers were great. Like, this was my first time find something like this, and I was shocked the first time I've used the key. I was like, oh my god, this is so smart. Like, I immediately understood why is that there. It all made sense. To make the right choice, you have to make the wrong choice first. Since you die and go back anyway. Like, they nailed the concept perfectly. Yeah, everyone did a great job. The music was insane. I love most of the music here. Like, this music playing right now is one of my favorite, and maybe other like 3, 4, 5 musics. Like the OSTs, I love them. The music was insane and it suited the... what was it? The atmosphere. like they didn't miss at all. Everything was good. Everything. Like this is one of the best games I've ever played in my life. And ironically, it was a visual novel. Of course, I'm not a big fan of visual novels. Like, considering counting Raging Globe, I've only played like 3 visual novels in my whole life. One of them was Doki Doki Literature Club, which, yeah, at some point you will definitely play it. The other one you guys might not know about because it was a phone game, but it was good though. It wasn't this perfect, but I enjoyed it. And Raging Globe was the third. And I believe Raging Globe was too good that I will never enjoy any visual novel anymore. I don't think I'm gonna find visual novel that just this good, this well done. So yeah, I think it's time to say, what a ride. Indeed, what a ride. 20 streams. I was actually shocked. I now feel empty. Of course, I still have the extras, and I don't know if I should like make an extra stream for it. But we'll see, it depends. If I had time to record just one more recording, maybe I will try to get all those at one recording. It depends on how long it is. If I found it too long, I won't just make it. If it was more than one recording, then I'm not making it. Because yeah, I don't know, I believe finishing it here is gonna be better. Of course, I don't know what I'm gonna do about the revolution mode. Like, I have to replay the whole game from the beginning to see what it's about. So yeah, I don't think this is a good idea. I don't have the energy to make another 20 streams. But yeah, I enjoyed this game. I loved this game. I don't regret making it part of my content at all. Even if no one watched it, even if no one liked it, even if it was the least viewed series on my channel, I am proud of this series. And I know at like most of the time I would just turn into a text-to-speech person where I just stop thinking, stop communicating, and just read. And I'm really sorry about that. I know it was really boring for the people who watched it, but yeah, streaming is hard, especially with those games. At some point my head just stops and coffee just doesn't work anymore. But yeah, I hope I've done it well. I am supposed to work on a video for this game because yeah, I've never deleted the recordings because I believe that at some point I will make a video about it, and I want to try my best to make it as short as possible so people would watch it all, because this game is a masterpiece that need to reach more people. Even for the people who don't like visual novels, at least need to know about this game. So thanks for the people who work on this game, every single person of you. Thank you so much for making this. Yeah, your work was perfect. And I hope it paid off. And thanks for everyone watched or will watch until now, especially for this series. If you watch it until now, you are a true person. You are the true one. Yeah, I've had a lot of shocks. I had a lot of emotions with this game, and I am sad that it's done, but yeah, everything have to reach an ending at some point. I just hope I've said everything I wanted to say about this game, because yeah, I can't just make an extra stream to talk about it. So I'm gonna just finish it here. And yeah, until next time, stay alive. Bye.